What's good, YouTube? Accent Boy here, back with another video for y'all. Yes, the guy who cannot speak English good but still making the videos. But however, man, I keep on speaking about this. As men, we have to do our best and control our emotions and also our feelings. And it's just so crazy how in today's society a lot of men are bitches. You know what I mean? And this video that I'm gonna show is basically where a dude basically shot an employee from Chipotle. Yes, that famous Mexican grill restaurant, whatever you want to call it. I think it's ass. But however, he basically shot one of the employees and also called a female out of her name. He basically called her a bitch. But he shot the male employee because they didn't give him enough guacamole. Yes, you heard it. How could you be so dumb to shot someone over guacamole when you could simply go home and make it yourself? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let the news chop it up for you. Then we're gonna come back and react to it.
Police body cam video of a man being arrested after he allegedly shot a restaurant employee because he was angry about guacamole.
The reason that this happened is because of poor decisions, inability to control emotions, and that's what led to the shooting.
It happened Friday night at the Chipotle on Evergreen in Southfield.
This happened right across the street from the police station. So what's the nerve of that? And you think you're going to get away with it?
32-year-old Aaron Michael Brown arrested a short distance away. At a press conference on Monday, a timeline.
The suspect, Mr. Aaron Brown, entered the Chipotle restaurant with his wife. While standing at the register, Mr. Brown asked for extra guacamole on his food that he had just purchased.
Police say he was upset because it wasn't enough guacamole.
Mr. Brown then called the female Chipotle employee a derogatory name of the B word, which upset her understandably.
Fellow employees took her to the back to try to calm her down, leaving the front counter unattended.
Our suspect, Mr. Brown, who previously had paid for his food items, began to proceed to go around the counter and began to bag his own items, and then he took a cup and filled it with guacamole.
A 21-year-old male employee tried to stop him. Physical altercation, and then Brown, a licensed CPL holder with no prior criminal history, allegedly shoots the employee in the leg, then takes his food and calmly walks out.
I was in my car and I saw him just walk out to his car, close the door, and just drive off. Like he didn't speed off or anything. It was weird to see, but it was like you'd think you want to get out of there fast, but it's like he didn't care.
I mean, it was very scary.
All right, people. So there you guys saw the video, man, and it's just sad that that isn't the first time stuff like this happen. I don't know if you guys have seen numerous times where a lot of customers goes into restaurant chains and they're not happy with their order and they pursue to fight the employees, or the employees try to fight the customers, etc. You know what I mean? And it never ends well when both parties fight. You know what I mean? And it's just sad that we have a customer who was upset. And even though they say the customer is always right, which isn't right, I think. But in this case, he didn't have to pull out a gun and shot the employee. You know what I mean? Because it's worthless. It's pointless. Like, look at it. Simple of guacamole. You could go home and make that shit your own self. You know what I mean? And for you to take up yourself and do this, you wasn't thinking about your surroundings or what type of harm it could have caused not only the employee but also individuals around you. You know what I mean? And in the video they were saying that the shooter, he didn't have any prior arrests or charges, and also he had a license for that weapon. But in this case, it seemed like he was just reckless, you know what I mean? And something I want to speak about in this case too. Many times employees would come with how should I say? Many times employees will see themselves in situation where they in a, how should I say it, a food restaurant, or even a clothing restaurant, anywhere in general, and you have people who come in there who try to rob the store, or people who try to fight, and they try to either stop those individuals from robbing the store or even stealing food, etc. You have to remember that a lot of these big companies do not care about you. Why put your life on hold for these individuals? You know what I mean? Look at it. Chipotle is a big multi-billion-dollar Mexican restaurant. You think if you will use their life, you think the owner, or should I say the CEO, is going to show his ass up to your funeral or even donate some type of money towards your funeral? Huh? No. So at the end of the day, it ain't worth it. And I don't understand. Look, I'll try to say, I don't agree what the customer did, as in basically want to fight over guacamole and also pull out his gun. But at the end of the day, you look at it recently, you take your ass to McDonald's, Popeyes, KFC, or even Burger King. These food chains are so stingy with the ketchup, the salt, and the fries or black pepper. If you don't ask them for extra, they don't give you to you. They only give you one. Like, how this gonna help with this type of food that I order? You know what I mean? And I could see where he was upset, because at the end of the day, if he's paying his money, he deserves to get certain type of stuff. You know what I mean? But a lot of these employees, they're, as I said, they're so stingy with the food, like they're the one making it. You know what I mean? And this is what triggered the dude basically. And in the video, you could see where I don't know if it was his girlfriend or who it was with him was trying to calm him down, but he was so triggered and very emotional. He couldn't think straight for himself. You know what I mean? And as I said, employees, if anyone, you're working in a food chain, restaurant, or even some clothing department, and you find yourself in it with a customer, just leave it alone. It ain't worth your life. You know what I mean? Because this employee could have simple lost his life trying to defend the food chain, the restaurant, when in reality, it ain't worth it. You know what I mean? And it's just sad that this brother could control his anger, and now who knows, he's probably gonna serve some years in prison. We don't know, even though he's a licensed firearm holder, but still he was reckless in the public space. So people, just let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe.